I used to be a Sunday school teacher, so I encourage my students a little bit. And there's something I always say to them. It's called the 4 L's of life. Now, the 4 L's of life, it's very simple. The first L is life itself. One thing you need to understand is you have a life already. You've been born to live. You have to live your life to the fullest, no matter what. If you decide not to do anything, you're going to grow over time, you're going to grow old. And what have you done with your life? So you must always know and encourage yourself that, number one, you have a life to live, and you have to make that life of yours count by achieving something with what you're doing. That is one. And that is why I'm glad that you are on the right path in this place, already living a life, being on a pathway to success. Number two is love. Love is the greatest of all. The second L, love. When you have love in your heart, things happen for you magically. It happens, you have the grace of God over what you do. You need to love your neighbor as yourself. You need to love yourself as an individual. You need to love whatever it is you are doing. Wherever you find yourself, let love lead you. Let love be in your heart concerning whatever you are doing. Do it with love in your heart. That is the second L. The third L is learning. That's another beauty of Afro Vanguard. The learning space which they have been creating for you all and for all of us. Learning never stops until we go down into the grave. Do you understand? No matter how old you are, you cannot know it all. You keep learning every day of your life. Look at the world we live in today. Look back to 15, 20 years ago or 30 years ago. The technologies we have today, they were not around back then. If you stop learning, those technologies, they leave you behind. Do you understand? The AIs of today, the anything you can think about it, technology-wise, you don't stop learning. And that is why where you are, you're learning one thing or the other about art, about tech, about media, about, something tangible to develop yourself, to make you worthwhile, to make your life worthwhile for you as an individual, and for you to be able to be useful to the society at large. That is learning, the third L. The fourth L, I call it legacy. In all that you do, have it in mind that you want to leave a legacy. What do people say about you when you are not there? When you turn your back amongst your colleagues, amongst your friends, in your family, in your class, in your school, whatever you're doing, what legacy, what's your name? What do people call you? Your name is Ade. Who do they say Ade is? Is Ade a good person, or is he a snob? Is he a bad person? What legacy do you leave behind you? When I did my NYSC, where I served, my boss singled me out as the best copper of the year, and I was retained. From there, I got a job. It was just by the grace of God. I didn't apply for it. The man just called me. I heard you studied engineering. I said yes. I said, come and join our organization. We need someone like you in our organization. I've heard about you. I thought it was a joke. I didn't even prepare going for the interview. I just went to the office and they sat me down in an interview. And I did the interview. I won. I got the job, and we started work. Now, when I started, there's always challenges. Those challenges will always come with life at every stage in life. When I got in there were other project managers. I was taken as a project manager. There were other project managers who felt I just came in and the company just elevated me just like that. We're on the project side. And there was a lot of backlash from these guys. I was one of the youngest project managers, and therefore they decided he's just new. Instead of him being a project manager on site, we keep him as a storekeeper. I was a storekeeper on the project. I was brought in as a project manager, but the other senior project managers felt you are not worthy to be a project manager, you'll be a storekeeper. Now, let me explain something to you before I go further. Wherever you find yourself, make the best of it. As a storekeeper, what I did was I turned the store into a fortress. I organized the store. I made everything neat and well organized. If you call me in the middle of the night, I can tell you where every detail is, where everything is. The white guys, the experts that were on the project, they took so much interest. How is this guy so detailed? Everybody comes to the store to pick an item, or if the store is not organized, everybody will come in there and they won't even know where what is. They won't be able to find anything. But because I took my time, even though I was a storekeeper, I would make the best of that store. I was given an award as the best project manager on that project from the store. Wow. Do you understand? That is making the best of what you have. They had a meeting at the end of the project. They were like, okay, the project is coming to an end. All the project managers need to go back. We only need one person to stay behind. They said, no, this one is one that will stay behind because he knows where everything is and what everything is. But those that felt they were higher project managers, they kicked all of them out, and I was the only one that remained on the project. I want to thank you all for your time once again. My name is Emmanuel.